perspective of looking into the case of what Mr. Lai has contributed to Hong Kong, that Joy will add some color to it by looking into some of the specific clauses under the NSL, National Security Law. Now, as most of you have known, that Jimmy has been in prison, first under detainment, and then he was sentenced for illegal assembly, and also now the verdict was passed just this past Saturday on the misuse of the so-called Apple Daily compound. The charges of fraud, and then he was sentenced for another 5 years and 9 months based on a commercial case. So it's more than surreal to see Mr. Lai has been in prison for almost 2 years, and now with this new sentence, and this is not the NSL case yet. Now the secession case, actually the court case will resume on Tuesday, coming Tuesday, meaning tomorrow. And Jimmy, it's already 75 years of age. So with these two sentences, the illegal assembly for the candlelight vigil, and also the so-called misuse of the Apple Daily compound, by the time the sentence is finished, he'll be over 80 years of age. So I guess we come with a deep sorrow and sadness to see how the court has passed this judgment. And I want to talk to Joy today about what's going to happen tomorrow, because it seems like the Hong Kong government, it's trying to ask the National People Congress Standing Committee to get an interpretation of a clause under the Basic Law, which is inside the Appendix 3. So, Joy, maybe I just pass the time to you.
Yes.
Maybe speak a little bit louder.
Okay. I think we all feel very sad that when we know that the sentence of 5 years and 9 months for Mr. Jimmy Lai on a very, very purely commercial case for the misuse of the rented premises. It is very common in Hong Kong for people using the same premises for multi-purpose. So I don't think it should be, he should not be sentenced for 5 years and 9 months. I have handled a case in Hong Kong, and it is a conspiracy to defraud case similar to this nature. And then the guy was sentenced for 6 years because the amount is more than 6 billion of Hong Kong dollars. So in that case, it should not be so long, the sentence, if so convicted. But our worries is not just that. We know that the government intended to put a case for interpretation by the National People's Congress Standing Committee under Article 66 of the National Security Law of Hong Kong. And then, but it is very interesting. Before that, before the interpretation date, we never know when will it take place, but we do not know the agenda, whether the NPCSC will interpret the National Security Law on this case in the by the end of this month. So I'm not quite sure. But if so, there may be two results. The first result may be there is a restriction on foreign lawyers to participate in that kind of case involving national security law or state secret, maybe so that he could just only engage Hong Kong lawyers with full practicing certificate. But the other way around, maybe under Article 55 of the national security law, if the government or if the Hong Kong government or the National Security Office of Hong Kong think that the case may be so complicated or so serious, they can ask the Central People's Government and then the Supreme Court of China to trial the case in mainland China according to Chinese law. So I'm not quite sure whether the Chinese government will take this step, but I hope they can make a reasonable decisions on that. But it is, from the very beginning, this national security law is not transparent. Before its promulgation, the people in Hong Kong have no chance to take a look and to see the details and the sentence and the verdicts of the law, which is not complying with the spirit of rule of law in Hong Kong. So I don't think the national security law is compatible with the Hong Kong system. But anyway, the law has been not enacted, as I will use the term promulgated without consultation. So there is maybe a risk for all the people in Hong Kong. Everybody in Hong Kong or outside Hong Kong, just like me, may still face some a certain degree of risk if I say I have any conversation with anybody. In that sense, they are relating to the so-called foreign element under the national security law.
Okay, so I guess the court case for NSL will resume tomorrow, Tuesday, right?
Yes, but it is very possible that the court will adjourn the trial and then until the decision of the NBCSC.
Make the interpretation.
Yes, upon the interpretation has been made. We don't know whether the interpretation will be made by the end of this month or not.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess just stay tuned to our channel, and we'll update you in the most timely fashion. And I guess last but not least, just want to say it in English too. Please support us through patreon.com/Ed Chin to support our channel. Your support is needed so we could do this broadcast 24/7 and to defend Hong Kong. Thank you very much, and thank you, Joy.